Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
At the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
49, check 49, check 49. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
57, Mike, 57.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Jim, alert, 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 alert. X3.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Set. 180. Real.
Watch the twins.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. A toss play to Hunt. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little... short, and he didn't get there.
Jamal Adams there on the tackle. Turnover on downs.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
And not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Forward, Tokyo. Great. 5.
Here's Wentz to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this is caught at the 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 48 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Here we go.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Smart. No. Wide.
They'll give this to Bell running right. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
No, great defender.
This is Bell. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Now Anderson on the jet sweep. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check 52. 80 weapon.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's see what you got.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Check back.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And this is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Tighten up. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
So don't say nothing.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Now Bell, and he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jannard Avery in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he's going to go down again. Christian Kirksey, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns' drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Go. Go.
Mayfield off the play fake. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ja'Kai Polite. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike, 53.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
I got it.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence, that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now it's Crowder. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. A little jet sweep to start the drive, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Hey, echo.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
40, 82, 40.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change. Of possession here on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field. And
this is caught inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards. On 1st down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up first and goal. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They come up in an offset eye. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Hey, shoot.
On second and 12, Wentz, blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set.
51, Mike. Let's get this.
46 down, man, 5-4.
Mike, 51.
Okay, son.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Check. 53's Mike.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
57's the mic. Watch the
Hey, alert 33.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Protein spill.
I'm coming after you. 57.
Hey, orbit.
Watch the car.
Mayfield now. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run. This is Hunt. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's get the ball.
Mayfield to throw it. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
57's Mike. I got one. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Hurry.
Blue dance.
Hey, Alpha. Run.
57. I want that. Give me that ball.
What's that?
Now Mayfield on 4th down. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
57. Mike, 57. You're not ready.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. It's caught by OBJ. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
A 51-yard attempt.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league They don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. He came right off the bench. That's his first carry of the game, and he left an indelible mark on the game.
Did not just bring fresh legs off the bench. He brought a fierce mind as well. He had a lot to prove, didn't he? He thinks he's as good as the guy who's the starter. Wanted to prove it, and boy, did he on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check, 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 check.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. A gain of 3, second down.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Bring it.
Here we go. Pac-Man. Waiting.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Great 15. Great 15.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Myles Garrett in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
Sunday.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it? So successfully.
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a one-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. One-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
Check.
180.
Check. 53. Mike. Come on.
Pistol.
Let's go. Here we got.
Bravo.
53. Mike, 53.
From the 17, Mayfield. Going deep here for Landry. It got his man complete. A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
53.
From the gun, Mayfield. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Good. 180.
Check 53.
Real.
Not today, you are. Not today. Check 43.
One touch.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another 1st down run right there.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his... Oh, no, he lost the football. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
Hey, you just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lapse. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Check the backer.
61. Match box lights. One touch.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Point it right. One touch.
He's back to throw. And it's caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
57's Mike 57.
One touch.
You can't block me. 57.
Mayfield going to take it on the sneak. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
In his own end zone, it's Wentz. And Wentz will not be able to get rid of it. He's taken down for a safety. So maybe the defense will have to kickstart the offense here. The first points of the game comes from that defensive unit.
Yeah, sometimes you get together and you say, hey, maybe it's on us today. We have to go out and force the issue and make a play and get everyone else going.
Come on, fellas.
Ready up.
The Browns drive about to get started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
All day, baby, all day.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.